These cards will go down in history as the 9 best players ever seen in Madden 25 Ultimate Team, but how many of them do you have on your squad? Let's talk about it. Now, card number 1, we will start at the number 9 spot and work our way up to the number 1 best player this game has ever seen and likely will ever see. And if you have all 9 of these cards, you beat Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Card number 1, this is a card that 99% of people, whether you're a ball knower or even an elite ball knower, probably have never heard of. I personally hadn't, which is kind of crazy. It's my full-time job to know football and play Madden, and I had no clue who this was. But his name is Ruke, and I'm just gonna say this last name once in today's video. Orhoho. Like what? But regardless, what makes this card so good in my personal opinion is he is the perfect user in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Some of the really tall cards are just a little bit too clunky. Some of the really big cards are a little too clunky. The Calais Campbells of the world, although he's 6'8", you might think that card is insane. He's just a little too clunky on the field. This card for me is the perfect blend of height, of weight, and then of course all his stats and abilities. And honestly, at this point of the year in Madden 25 Ultimate Team, stats are really just going to be unbelievable on every single card you see. He is built in with avalanche, universal coverage, and run stuffer. I believe reinforcement can go on the card as well. That's kind of the perfect stack you'd be looking for a user. Card's unbelievable. I feel like your user is actually a pretty important spot on your field, so this card going down as, in my opinion, maybe the best user defender in this game. That means something. He's number 9. Card number 8, we got cornerback Plaxico Burress. This card is absolutely unbelievable. 6'5", 232. He is built in with universal coverage, avalanche, and bottleneck. An absolutely insane stack right there on the card. Beyond that, you can really put any ability that you would possibly want on a corner right here. The only reason why this card isn't a little higher is because a cornerback probably doesn't impact the game as much as a receiver and isn't as overpowered as a receiver or a quarterback or a running back. That's the reason why, although this card is really good, he's taken the 8 spot. Unbelievable card, but for me, he doesn't get higher than that, kind of just because of his positional cap, which is too bad. Card number 7, it is JC Latham, upgraded to a 99 overall at wide receiver. This player is 6'6", 335, and I can't lie, if you have a user that is 6'6", 335, they do not move around the football field the same way as a wide receiver or a running back that is 6'6", 335. These cards right here, although they're bigger and they're offensive linemen at receiver, they still move around the football field perfectly. They move around the field like they're a smaller receiver. They get in and out of their breaks. They're really good with the ball in their hands, and this card right here is going to get a very, very nice ability stack and X Factor stack because of the fact that he's a theme team surge player. He's going to get 2 passive X Factors right here, which you can really throw whatever you want on the card. Put angry runs on the player, put Truz on the player, double me, whatever you want. He gets 2 passive X Factors of your choice, which is electric, the perfect other 0 ability stack in this game. And this receiver, he's been really good. I've got him on my team. He's probably the most accessible player you can buy in today's video. Card number 6, this is one that is kind of off vibes because this card right here is going to be very similar to a lot of other users in this game. 6'4", 192. You might say, okay, Swift, he's 192. He's going to get ran over, but play a game of Madden 25 Ultimate Team, and I am telling you, this card forces the most fumbles I have seen out of any middle linebacker, out of any safety, out of any user defender in the history of this game. And for that reason alone, he takes a spot on this list. He is built in with reinforcement and avalanche, which is just absolutely unbelievable right here. He's also going to get universal coverage for 0 if you don't want to use her with this card for some reason, but this player right here, I am telling you, absolutely god tier. The stats are really nice. 6'4", 192, so he's very agile to get around the football field, and again, he's still going to be able to lay a hit. So he's the perfect blend of tall but not too tall to be clunky and still able to play in run defense and force fumbles. This Snoop Dogg card, he's only like 400k, and he's an absolute necessity in my personal opinion. Now, before we get into player number 5, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Underdog Fantasy. With NBA season officially being done, here are my final records for NBA and NFL season. I am plus over $2,000 making picks on both sports on Underdog Fantasy. And the reason why I was able to have so much success is because Underdog gives out daily free picks, boosted picks, and discounted lines, which basically make your odds better than anything you'll see on Vegas when you're using your specials. And boys, I've shared every single pick that I personally have made for free in my Discord, so if you watching this video want a #1 sign up with Underdog, put in the promo code SWIFT after doing so to get access to those specials, those discounts, those profit boosts. And if you want to copy my picks, my Discord is linked in the description. And I'm going to try and keep it rolling on MLB, so check out both of those links. Let's win some more money and maybe do another $2,000 on MLB. You never know. Player number 5, it is Joe Thomas. Some would say the best receiver in this game. I wouldn't necessarily disagree, and I would say his price point kind of reflects that. This card is the most expensive golden ticket receiver right now. Same vibes as JC Latham, an offensive lineman at receiver, but slightly better when it comes to his discounted abilities and when it comes to what he's built in with. He's built in with double me, spin cycle, and tank, which is very, very solid right there. And then, of course, with golden tickets, you can still put on some of those passive X factors and still put on all those discounted abilities. This card, to me, slightly better abilities than JC Latham, slightly better stacked in the card. That's what makes him a little bit higher, and he's probably going to go down as wide receiver 1 in this game. I know it's crazy that basically every single player I've mentioned in today's video is an out of position card, but that's just kind of the way endgame Madden goes. These cards, when they have the same stats as a regular receiver, but they're 330 pounds and they run around the field like they're a 5'9" Tavon Austin, that's kind of how you get that result. Card number 4, let's get into the top 4. We got another card right here that is very accessible for a lot of teams. 6'7", 220. This card moves around the football field very nicely. It is Ted Hendricks at tight end. This card right here is going to get those passive X factors just like JC Latham. And this card, to me, you can argue Joe Thomas is better than. I'd say both of them are kind of interchangeable right here at this slot. I'm going to put Ted Hendricks just a little bit higher. Reason being, he's 6'7" and he still moves around the field pretty nicely for a player of that size. Ted Hendricks cards in Madden are always insane, whether it be on defense or on offense, and this card is no exception. Getting into the top 3 right here, we got a very interesting player. It is Cameron Jordan, left end. The reason why this card makes this list is because this player is a 99 overall at every single position in Madden 25 Ultimate Team, and he's going to get some insane abilities. As you guys can see, he's got the abilities that can work with any position in this game. When it comes to the X Factors, he gets all of them. You can put any X Factor you want on this card. Whether you want it to be a middle linebacker, he can get X Factors for that. If you want it to be a tight end, he can get the X Factors you would want for that. And for that reason, I'm going to put this card as the 3rd most overpowered player in this game. A 99 at every single position. I feel like that's got to make this list, and it's got to be pretty high on this list. Now, I know this card is very expensive, but for that reason alone, that intrigue piece, that puts him as a top 3 most overpowered card we've seen this year, and I don't think that can be debated. Card number 2 and card number 1, these to me are absolute no-brainers. Daniel Falele has to be the 2nd most overpowered card in this game. This card is absolutely broken. 6'8", 380, and moves around the field like a ballerina, dude. He's built in with some of the best abilities you'd want on a running back, or the best abilities, which are Truz, Tank, and Angry Runs. That right there is all you would need on a back to make him one of the best cards in this game, but he's obviously still going to get more. He's still going to get more discounted abilities. The card gets even better as you continue souping him up, and this player, it's just, if you play online Madden, you know he's the most overpowered card to see. You know he's the one card you don't really want to run into when you're playing online, when you're suiting up for your first snap of defense. Daniel Falele, he's got to go down as the 2nd most OP card in this game. And number 1, the most important position on your football field and the best player at the most important position, I feel like has to go down as the number 1 most OP card in this game. Whoever the best quarterback is, it just makes sense for him to be the most OP card in Madden. The ability stack is perfect. It is better or just as good as any other golden ticket. The release is incredible. The stats, they are beautiful as well. There is nothing else you would want on this Drake May card. There is no way to make a better quarterback in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. You can't change the abilities to make him better. You can't change the stats to make him better. You can't change the release to make him better. This is the best possible quarterback you can have in Madden 25 Ultimate Team, and that to me is the top 9 best cards we've seen this year, and likely will go down as the top 9 best cards we have ever seen in Madden 25 Ultimate Team history. How many of these cards do you have on your team? Let me know. Some of them were very attainable. Snoop Dogg, not that expensive. JC Latham, Ted Hendricks, not super crazy. I mean, even this Drake made 800k. That's not a very bad deal right here, but that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm out. Love y'all, boys. Peace.